Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where it's Wednesday. You know what that means. We are back. It's Lost in the Midcard. We are back from our holiday break. We are back with the 2020 Markies, a celebration of pro wrestling at its finest. Screw the Slammies. It's all about the Markies. And this year, we had to include Impact Wrestling because, of course, we've been talking about them for half of the year. So they are now in the fold for this year as well. So lots of categories. We will do that at the end of the show. We got a pay-per-view to talk about. Hard to Kill happened this weekend. We will kick things off with that. We will talk about a little bit of Raw, which is still sucked. A little bit of SmackDown, which is still kicked ass as we head towards the Royal Rumble, which is a week from Sunday. So shit, next week is are going to be our go-home show for the Royal Rumble already. And, of course, AEW and NXT in the mix as well. So let's get it going. Our first show of 2021. Let's thank SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard. Hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday. And also, we are on the YouTube. And you can see that on, as you can see our little, my smiling face at least. And the links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard. You can also go to our Twitter page at LITMC Podcast, where we also share a lot of great tweets from the wrestling world. And of course, all our links are on the pinned posts on both of our social medias there. I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JB Huskers. As always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. It is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, good to be back. How was the holidays? How are you doing?
We're back, 2021, baby. New year, new us.
New
shit like that. I don't know. I'm in a good mood.
I don't know about new us.
Look,
gotta be the same us.
Impact was fucking great tonight.
Yeah.
And Impact being so fucking great put me in a great fucking mood. And I'm just happy to be here doing some Lost in the Midcard.
We had a surprise invasion tonight. We had a surprise eviction tonight.
God, I'm hoping this continues tomorrow. I hope we see some of the Impact like women show up on AEW tomorrow night.
Before all of that though, Saturday, we had Hard to Kill live on the pay-per-views. Brian Myers and Josh Alexander on the kickoff show. I did not watch the kickoff show, so I did not get to check that one out.
It was an alright match. It was solid.
Ace
Austin.
I
thought they worked their asses off for a pre-show match, to be quite honest. But I mean, it's airing live on AXS, so might as well put your best foot forward.
Two gentlemen that can go in the ring, so definitely no surprises they could put together a good wrestling match. Ace Austin and Madman Fulton joined the panel, mad that they weren't on the card. To be determined. Just wait. More on them later. And also Madison Rayne announcing the 5-time Knockouts champion, 2-time Knockouts tag team champion, announcing her retirement as well. And with that announcement, also a change in the booth. No more Josh Matthews and Madison Rayne. We now have Matt Stryker and D'Lo Brown. And I thought both Saturday and tonight, Matt, were a couple of decent efforts by this new announce team, Matt.
Oh, dude, the new commentary team is a breath of fresh air. Like it absolutely is. It's a night and day difference. And I think they add a lot. I think between the new commentary team and the fact that they're piping in crowd noise now, I think overall does a very big favor to Impact's overall presentation. I think it helps out a lot.
Yeah, Striker adds so much to commentary because he'll pull in things from all over the world, and he has just this wealth of knowledge. Well, it's because he's your teacher. He has this wealth of knowledge, and D'Lo Brown popped the shit out of me when he called Susan Karen. That was a good one there, D'Lo. But we kick things off with Decay, who are kind of, I guess, back together again for the first time. And obviously that you'll see other events from tonight's Impact that probably are going to further Decay being back together as a team again. Mixed tag match between Decay, Krasny Steve, and Rosemary taking on Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K in our opening match. Good little opening match there with Decay getting a win. Rosemary hitting Caleb with the old mist, and then Steve gets the pin there. Then we got our Falls Count Anywhere match after that with Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, and cousin Jake, taking on the team now known as Violent by Design. Not a bad name for that stable, Matt. I kind of like it.
It's I just don't like the stable to begin with, so it really doesn't do anything for me.
I like 2/3 of it. I like Danner and Young. Joe Doring just reminds me of a B movie porn actor. B movie cowboy porn, something like that. So I don't know. It definitely a good battle there. No surprise that Young, Diener, and Doran got the win there. I don't think anybody was expecting otherwise. In a strange turn of events, still weird circumstances behind Alex. We still don't know why, but Alex Shelley was unable to wrestle in the main event at Hard to Kill. Instead, replaced by Moose, which was a very odd decision, Matt.
Yeah, but I thought he brought it. That was Ring of Honor. That was Ring of Honor Moose.
Oh, he was the star of that match. We'll get to that later, but
I thought Omega was the star.
Well, sure. I'm the star of the team. Let's say the star of the team, then maybe.
Okay, I can go with that. But I thought Moose came out and was Ring of Honor Moose, and and honestly, I haven't seen Ring of Honor Moose since he was in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So to see him work that style again, made me very happy and excited. I always sang that guy's praises when he was in Ring of Honor, and then he went to Impact, and it's just kind of been okay. It hasn't really been much of anything to me. He's just been kind of there. So to see him step out and do what he did on Saturday night gives me hope that we're going to see more of that Moose going forward in Impact in 2021.
It was a weird choice to have him in that match, but I guess when it comes to it, when you set the table for the next Impact World Championship feud, I guess it kind of makes a little bit of sense too with what they did. On paper, it sounded weird, but backstage, Moose talking to Swan and Sabin, and talking about how he's playing, he's going to play ball with the team. Next up was the finals of the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship between Tasha Steelz, Kiera Hogan, Faya and Flava against against Nevaeh and Havoc. Real good tag team match there. I was a little surprised with the winners. I thought maybe Nevaeh and Havoc would pull out the win there, but I don't think you could go wrong with either team winning here, could you, Matt?
No, I wouldn't. No, not at all.
Pretty cool to see Madison Rayne and Gail Kim present the Knockout Tag Team belts as well. And Pretty cool. Pretty cool moment there. Backstage, Rosemary offers to bring Crazy Steve and herself to help Taya win tonight. Taya says that she could beat Deonna Purrazzo alone, but Rosemary says that they need to keep Purrazzo's lackeys at bay, so Taya agrees. And when they win, they're going to go to Slam Town. They leave, and then AC Romero sneaks into the Knockouts locker room. AC, what are you doing? Well, we'll find out later. Ace Austin coming to the ring to complain with Madman Fulton about not being on the card. And who fucking shows up but Matt Cardona, Matt? How excited was that?
As I said on Twitter Saturday night, I had mixed feelings.
True.
Like, one, I'm happy to see him. I'm always happy to see Matt Cardona on my TV. But at the same token, I still don't understand what happened between Cardona and AEW. And it's driving me crazy. Like, it's one of those things, like, I'm not going to be satisfied until I know what the fuck happened. You know, and I'm hearing the thing with Impact is that he's not even in a full-time deal with Impact yet. And he's just working the television tapings this week.
Well, I've heard and seen things like Cardona wanted to, the money was too far off. I don't know if that could, I don't even know if that's a thing with Tony Khan. And also another thing was, the other thing was, I just don't know if that's true or not. And, it's hard telling, man, and another thing I saw was they said, well, maybe they weren't signing people at the time. Well, that's not true. They were signing people at the time. They've been signing people left and right since Cardona debuted in AEW.
Yeah, no, that's why I heard somebody use that as an excuse, and I'm not buying that either. They've hired plenty of people within that time frame that I was waiting for the Matt Cardona is all elite graphic, and I never got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't understand. Look, and maybe he still ends up in AEW. Maybe, Tony Khan hanging out at the Impact tapings this weekend, saw something. He's like, you know what? Maybe I do need to hire this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just, to me, I'm confused as to what happened with all of that. And I want the dude to be happy. I want him to be employed by somewhere that's going to treat him right and treat him like the star that he is. And if that ends up being Impact, so be it. But I'm hoping it's going to be somewhere else. Like I said, personally, I'm hoping he lands in AEW this year, but we'll see what happens.
Led to an impromptu match between Matt Cardona and Ace Austin. Unfortunately, that led to a DQ fairly quickly, so we did not get much of a match at all with Madman Fulton intervening, but then Cardona fights back and hits a Rough Rider on Fulton and stands tall there at the end. X Division Championship up next, and damn, this was a hell of a match between Manic Chris Bay and Rohit Raju. This was I think outside the main event, Matt, this might have been the match of the night. Outside of the main event.
I'm thinking.
Give
me your reasoning. While I think here for a moment.
Well, well, for one, it's X Division. It's these three guys, and we've seen a lot from these three guys going, and they delivered again, in my opinion. I thought Deonna and Taya was a really good match too. So yeah,
man,
I like the X Division match a little better.
If I have to pick between the two, I'm slightly leaning on Purrazzo and Taya.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we're completely taking the main event out of it and the main event doesn't count,
mm-hmm.
and I had to pick my match of the night between those two, I'm slightly leaning on Purrazzo and Valkyrie.
I
thought that match was fucking awesome.
I still laugh at the fact how kayfabe is dead with Impact Wrestling because they tagged TJP in the tweets with Manic.
Oh boy.
And then it got even funnier on Impact tonight with Scott D'Amore and TJP and Rohit Raju. I had a chuckle at that segment. We'll get to a little later. Knockout Manic, still your X Division champion again. Tremendous match by with all three guys there. Backstage, Eddie Edwards pleads with Alicia Edwards for the sake of their family and their kid, stay away from the match tonight, and she agrees. Deonna Purrazzo, Taya Valkyrie, as we just mentioned, really good women's championship match. Me not knowing what was happening tonight, I thought Taya Valkyrie was going to win this match and become a 2-time Knockouts champion. But no, Deonna Purrazzo continuing her tremendous run as Knockouts champion with the Venus de Milo, and Taya submitting to that. As Matt said, a very good match there. AC Romero finds the ring rust, the cologne that turns Lawrence into Larry D, or Larry D into Lawrence D, or whatever you call it. What do you call it, Matt? Is it Larry D into Lawrence?
Something along those lines.
Yeah. So he's fingering a knockout into the Who Shot Bravo.
Wait a minute.
What? Oh, I did not do that on purpose, by the way.
That was some terrible wording, sir.
It was, but
that was 1-inch levels of bad.
Stop.
I did not.
Oh my god.
That was completely on
Marcho's gonna have a field day with that one.
That was completely on not on purpose this time.
Oh.
I would admit if that was on purpose. But
oh lordy.
Oh, finger in the knockout. But
Oh,
no, I did not do that.
Oh boy.
I did not do that on purpose. I would have owned up to it.
Wow.
Will you stop?
I would have owned up.
Will you stop?
There ya!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Ethan Page against Karate Man.
Ethan Page hated this.
We were entertained by it.
I thought it was funny, but I just thought it was supposed to be a joke, and I guess technically in his mind he didn't want it to be a joke. So
yeah, this was basically a fight. We all knew it was going to be. It was going to be bad, cinematic, green screen. Ethan Page fighting the Karate Man. Little did we know, Ethan Page took to his Patreon and stated that he was embarrassed how it was lazily edited. He's going to take a break from social media. He's sorry if any of his fans felt cheated that paid for the pay-per-view. So I also commented how he had no control or creative over the final product, and actually begged Impact not to bring Karate Man to TV.
Yeah, honestly, as much as I'm loving Impact Wrestling right now, Ethan Page's words really don't paint that company in the best of lights right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know either,
but they wrote Ethan Page off by a fatality as Karate Man rips the heart out of Ethan Page.
Yes, I think the official result I saw online was the Karate Man defeated Ethan Page via murder.
That's accurate.
So
that's accurate. Don Callis trying to kiss Moose's ass by not fighting tonight didn't work.
Yeah, they set that up on the pre-show. Like that was one of the story threads on the pre-show that Callis was gonna, talk Moose out of working the match or whatever. But clearly he didn't do a good job.
Nope. Barbed wire masker match, Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan. That was
it was what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I'm so over these two guys facing each other. and I hope to God we never have to see it again. Like,
Yep.
as far as hardcore matches go, it was fine. It was,
It's
and
good.
I'm
Yeah, it
sure
was good.
plenty of people were entertained. And, I'm so sick of seeing those two particular guys facing each other. So I
Yeah,
just I'm hoping that was the finality of the story was the barbed wire massacre. Because
I
that should be a
love.
match that should finish a feud, right?
Yeah, I completely loved. I popped for the moment when Eddie grabbed the baseball bat and Sammy grabbed the kendo stick, and they looked at each other and handed each other their signature weapons. I thought that was a good part of the match. I like that one.
Here's something. I know I'm gonna come across as whiny,
All right.
but I'm just gonna do it anyway because this has happened now on 2 wrestling shows in a week. I don't like the idea of wrestlers kicking out at 1
Oh,
on big time finishing like moves. I don't like it. I really, really don't like it, and I hope it's not something that becomes a trend in professional wrestling. I don't like people kicking out of big moves at 1. How might you kick out at 1, on like a regular move or whatever, or if it's something that's in the realm of the story where it makes sense, like, okay. But I don't know, like, I feel like Darby did it like 2 or 3 times
yeah.
on Dynamite, and like
and then
once would have been sufficient.
and then
But
Sammy did it with
and then
Boston Knee Party in the chair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, I hope this doesn't become a trend. I don't want to see that. Because it kind of really takes credibility of some of those bigger moves away when somebody that deep in the match is able to kick out at 1.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Like I said, I know that's probably going to come across as whiny and nitpicky or whatever, but that's just my opinion on the whole thing.
Main event time. How about Omega and the Good Brothers coming out with Bullet Club shirts?
Well, only Kenny wore the Bullet Club shirt. I
Did they?
don't believe the Good Brothers did. But I think Gallows had the Bullet Club logo on his pants.
Oh.
At least that's what I was told, anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, Kenny definitely had the Bullet Club shirt on, and Tama doesn't seem too happy about it. But I'm hoping within my heart of hearts, JB, I'm hoping they're working. I'm hoping it's part of the story, and I hope when the world gets back to some semblance of normalcy that we see AEW invade New Japan, and it's a cross between, and eventually we get like this mecha card of AEW versus Impact versus New Japan, and oh my God, wrestling fans everywhere should rejoice at just the possibility of something like that happening.
Mm-hmm. We've been talking about that 3-way crossover for before the break even.
Just I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Like, I just like the more stuff that's being done, the more it makes me believe that it's possible. So I'm really hyped, man. I'm hyped.
And obviously, as we mentioned earlier, Moose and Omega showing up on this main event, very impressive. And I think to nobody's surprise, Omega hitting Swan with the one-winged angel, because that further promotes what we expect to happen with champion versus champion down the road, correct?
Yeah, buddy.
And again, as far as pay-per-views go, I think Impact did another hell of a job.
I would agree. I really enjoyed the show. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I don't think any really match really came off as trash to me or anything like that. I enjoyed something from every match on that card. So Impact on AXS TV tonight, Tuesday night. Kick
Such
things
good shit.
kick things off on backstage Saturday after the match. Omega and the Good Brothers talking about their win at the pay-per-view, going to the hotel. Callis stops and talks to the camera, breaking down that fourth wall, talking about how he's going to take a hiatus and take care of some business in Jacksonville, but he and Omega will be back. And gee, I wonder why.
I can't wait to see what happens on Dynamite tomorrow. Like, seriously, these shows keep cliffhanging into each other.
Yeah.
It's such a great time to be a fan. It's such a great time because it really makes you look forward to one show after the other because you just want to find out what's going to happen next. Like, nobody could have predicted to me ahead of time that Private Party and Matt Hardy were going to be on Impact tonight. But BTE makes a whole lot more sense now because Matt Hardy was talking on BTE to Private Party that they had a really important match on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who fucking cares about this match on
About
Dark?
Dark? Yeah.
Because they do have a match. They did have a match on Dark tonight. And I'm just like, and I looked at it and I'm like, who cares about this match? Like, they're going to be able to win this. They should be able to win this match easy. So when they came out, everything clicked. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
awesome. Awesome. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I can't help it. I'm excited.
Eric Young took on Rhino, basically ending up in Rhino getting decimated as cousin Jake was along with him, but Violent by Design got the upper hand, and I thought maybe Heath was coming back here tonight too.
I was hoping for the Heath return tonight.
Yeah,
it's probably about the only thing Impact did tonight that disappointed me is I was hoping for Heath's return tonight, but I guess he's not ready to go yet. But maybe we'll see. Look, they taped like 2 months of TV.
Yeah.
From my understanding, between Sunday and Monday, and maybe even today, they might have taped some today. I'm not sure, but just for that, to me it means that he could still be there. They're just playing the long game. They felt they had enough in the cannon tonight to not have to use Heath. So.
They showed footage of after the match on Saturday. Rich Swann getting interviewed. Moose shows up and takes a look at Rich Swann and then just attacks the shit out of him.
No one should be shocked.
Nope.
Moose is a dick.
He said from bell to bell. He wasn't lying. He said from bell to bell. AC Romero and Johnny Bravo approached Tommy Dreamer and about the theory of a knockout using ring rust to turn Larry D into Lawrence D. And Dreamer's listening, he says. Good Brothers come out bragging about their win at the pay-per-view. At the PAPE. Chris Sabin comes out and says the Motor City Machine Guns didn't lose those belts. They want a rematch. Gallows like, well, you kind of need a partner for that. And Sabin says, I do have somebody. Sorry about your damn luck. As James Storm comes out. James Storm has teamed with Sabin before at one of the Impact Plus specials when Shelley could not wrestle then. So they are not strangers to being a tag team together.
Question, I don't know if you can answer or not. Does Impact own that theme or does James Storm own that theme?
No idea.
Because I'm going to be perfectly blatantly honest, and I know this might piss some people off. I don't ever want to hear James Storm come to the ring in any song other than that for the rest of his career.
Yeah, right.
I fucking love that damn track.
Yeah.
And, if he owns it, maybe we see James Storm in AEW, and I'd be cool with that. But if he don't own it, that man should be an Impact lifer for the rest of his career. Because I fucking love that track.
What did he come out to in NWA? Well, they don't have music.
A lot of NWA didn't really have entrances other than the
pay-per-views.
quote unquote pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And I don't know and I don't even know if he was ever on. Was he on one of their pay-per-views?
Had to have been when him and Eli Drake teamed up.
Yeah, but maybe they came out together as a team.
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, anybody that's listening that knows the answer to this, hit us up at LITMC podcast on the Twitter and let us know, because I'm genuinely curious. Because if he owns that theme, I want him to use it everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Fucking love that track, man.
Storm and Saban get interrupted by Matt Hardy.
I fucking marked out, dude.
Matt Hardy. Private Party alongside Matt Hardy. Matt saying,
I think his music hit and I yelled "Holy shit" in my living room, or something along those lines. So
Matt
yeah,
said
that was nuts.
Private Party had the potential to be the second best tag team of all time behind the Hardy Boys. And they have a big 6-man tag match on Dynamite tomorrow. The Hardy Party taking on, I believe, somebody in Top Flight. I can't remember who. Can't remember who's wrestling with Top Flight.
Matt Sydal.
Yeah, Sydal.
That
Hardy
should be really good.
Hardy
honestly.
says since this is a third-party gig, he gets 50% of their booking. Big money, Matt. And Storm, I like this line. Storm says this is a private conversation, not a private party. And Matt says in 2016, he put Impact Wrestling on his back and saved the company from bankruptcy. So everyone should be thanking him.
He's not wrong. That's kind of his shoot.
And he and Jeff never lost the tag belts. They were taken from him in a stupid teleportation angle.
Also truth.
Good Brother suggests they should fight it out. Winner gets title shot. And so they agreed to that. Gia Miller interviewing Matt Cardona. Matt says he's an Impact here to prove himself. And that was quite the segue there. Go from Matt Hardy and Private Party showing up in AEW, then we go right over to Matt Cardona. That was quite the 1-2 punch on Impact, wasn't it, Matt?
They were firing on all cylinders tonight. Like, honestly, this was about, from top to bottom, this was about as perfect of an episode of Impact as I've seen from this company in many years. Like, I can't like legit. Like, we were mentioning that, like, it would have been cool if Heath would have came back tonight or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, I can't think of one genuine complaint about tonight's show. Like, mm-hmm. I thought it was perfect. And that's really hard to do, in pro wrestling nowadays. I really thought Impact had like the perfect show tonight.
Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan trying to sell tickets to their Fire and Flava festival, which sounds a lot like the Fire Festival. So I would not buy tickets to that. And then towards the end of it there, old Brian Myers and Falaba got into it a little bit, leading to a match later on. Tag match between Susan and Kimberly against Deonna Purrazzo, with Deonna Purrazzo against Jazz and Jordan Grace. God, can we not have Jazz and Jordan win a match as a tag team?
Well, they won the first round.
Yeah, that's about it so far. Taya Valkyrie interviewing what's next after losing to Deonna at Hard to Kill. She begins cutting a promo and Johnny Bravo busts in with Dreamer and AC Romero. And it all comes out that it was Taya Valkyrie that set up Lawrence D. And Taya gets drug out by security. Rosemary stops them and gives her a hug. And that's when we realize that we're saying goodbye to Taya from Impact Wrestling, aren't we, Matt?
Yeah, I knew it was coming. Fightful Select reported earlier in the day.
Yeah, I did not know this. So
that she wrapped up with the company and was not at the tapings on Sunday or Monday. So I'm assuming that was recorded backstage at Hard to Kill Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she gone, and they teased her landing spot.
Yep, Tommy Dreamer did.
as either AEW, WWE, or Ring of Honor. So
Oh, that's right, Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah, I hope she doesn't go to Baltimore, which popped the hell out of me. I really hope she ends up in AEW, but I think
they
she
need her.
might go. I think she might go with her husband.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if she goes with her husband.
But if I'm Morrison, I'm like, look the way they're using me. Go somewhere else. I'll be out soon enough.
Right.
Just because that man, they're using him so bad. Like I was so excited to see him do something outside of, of Impact.
It's a joke.
And I think he would have done really good in AEW, but he took the money deal with WWE. And I don't blame anybody for taking the money deal, because you gotta take care of your family, you gotta take care of your financial situation and all that. But man, like they have utilized him terribly. And if any, and honestly, they bring each other down. Miz and Morrison have never meant less than they do in WWE right now.
Yeah.
And it's because of their interaction with each other. Like it's just not good. So I'm really hoping that she goes to AEW. I think the women's division could really benefit from her being there, but I would not be surprised to see her show up in the Women's Royal Rumble at the end of the month either. So we'll see.
Went to a paid ad with Tony Khan and Jerry Lynn talking about watching the main event very closely tonight with Private Party and Sabin and Storm. Ran down the Dynamite lineup for tomorrow, and Tony said he sent Matt Hardy to Impact because he can't out Carney Impact, but Matt is the biggest Carney there is. But Tony said, "Oh, I'm going to be out there scouting the match at ringside. Oh, him and Jerry Lynn are in the Impact Zone. How about that, Matt?"
See, it was revealed on Renee Paquette's oral sessions today. She had Tony Khan on the show this week.
Yeah.
And he revealed that when Kenny went down in December and filmed all those vignettes, like on the bus and everything, and in the back area of the arena and shit, Tony Khan was there.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Like he went and did everything with them. So when I saw him in the Impact Zone, I wasn't as shocked as I probably should have been due to that interview. But the fact that they actually utilized him on TV was so fucking cool.
There they are. Rich Swann comes out, your Impact champion, talking about how he left his heart in the ring on Saturday. Said Moose did the same, even though he didn't know if he could trust Moose or not. And he acknowledges that what is going on between him and Omega is not over. Then he mentions about Moose beating down his friend and then beating him down after the pay-per-view. And Swann says his schedule's open, calls Moose out. Moose comes down, and they get into it, a little battle. Swann wanted to challenge, have a little title match right now, but Moose said not on his, only on his own time. So then they got into a little battle after that. Rohit Raju is complaining to Scott D'Amore about Hard to Kill. When TJP walks in holding the X Division title, I thought that was kind of funny that he just strolls in holding the title. Rohit losing his mind because obviously TJP was not supposed to get a title shot while Rohit was champion, and he didn't. Manic did, and so there you go. But D'Amore says Rohit can face TJP in 2 weeks. And Rohit storms off, and D'Amore goes to, well, little does he know it's a non-title match. Oh, that was a funny little segment. More stuff setting up the Fire and Flava festival with Alicia Edwards, and then Havoc and Nevaeh crash the party and want to buy tickets, but all of a sudden the tickets are sold out. Brian Myers took on Falaba. Quick win there for the most professional wrestler. Gia interview and Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. They're complaining about Matt Cardona coming to Impact Wrestling. Josh Alexander shows up and talks some shit to them, and they get into it, and Cardona comes in and makes the save. I think we got a tag match, playa.
Yeah, they already announced it. And look, and that's another thing that I don't want Cardona going somewhere and being a tag team guy again.
Yeah.
You know, I want him to be a single star wherever he, finds himself as his new home. So it's just like I have the mixed feelings, man. I have the mixed feelings. I can't get rid of it.
Dr. Ross checking on Eddie Edwards, and Brian Myers storming in, claiming he got poked in the eye, which he didn't. But this sets up a match between Edwards and Myers next week, which should be very good. Main event time, Saban and Storm against Private Party. A hell of a main event. And thanks to Jerry Lynn interference, Private Party hits the gin and juice, and we're going to have Good Brothers and Private Party for the Impact Championship, Tag Championships, Matt.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
Tremendous main event. And damn, old Storm's been out in the sun a little bit there. He got quite the tan.
He's always got a tan.
That's
Storm's
true.
always tan.
That's true, but man, he really got a tan there now. I don't know when this match is going to happen. Have they announced that yet? Or
no announcement yet.
Pay-per-view is not until
like April. But they'll have those specials.
Yep,
on the Impact Plus.
You can't have this on
anything on them.
You can't have this on Impact Plus, I don't think. I think
why the fuck not? You're looking for subscribers.
I guess, yeah.
I think that's a hell of an idea.
I guess you could say so. Yep. All right. AEW. What'd you think? Real quick, going back a couple weeks, going back to New Year's Smash Night 1. What'd you think of old Night 1 with Phoenix and with the main event between Phoenix and Omega, which was
I thought the match was great,
tremendous, and we got Abaddon and Shida was kind of wasn't really that long.
It was gimmicky.
Snoop Dogg Snoop Dogg with the world's worst frog splash.
Snoopy Splash, baby. That's what Sasha Banks says it's called. Snoopy Splash.
Boy, that was something, wasn't it?
It was entertaining. I thought it was funny.
I enjoyed Hager and Wardlow. That was a good battle of the bulls.
Best Hager's looked in a while. Wardlow's going to be a star, man.
I've been saying that for a long time on this show.
We both have. We've been singing Wardlow's praises for a while, but I just feel the need to say it again. Like, that dude, in the next couple years, that man's going to be AEW World Champion.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel it. If he's not, I'll be shocked.
God, the end of Night 1, though, man. The too sweet between the five. The Elite and the Good Brothers. Man. What were you thinking?
Did you hear AEW has trademarked Too Sweet?
Yeah. Yep. Mark Cho told me that today on DMs there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to go through. A lot of people have tried to pull this off over the years and have failed. So I'm going to be very interested if they can actually pull this trademark off. And if they do, by God.
What were your thoughts at the end of that when you saw that?
Dude, I fucking marked out.
Yeah.
I fucking marked out. And I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. And yeah, like I was losing my damn mind.
Night 2 led off with a hell of a match between Eddie Kingston and Pac. Pac. I'm doing an Eddie Kingston there. Eddie Kingston does that all the time on commentary, whatever he's called. Pac. We had Miro and Trent, or not Miro and Trent, Miro and
Chuck Taylor.
and Chuck. Trent, unfortunately, I think this happened while we were gone. Trent torn tricep.
I believe so. Yeah, he's going to be out for a couple months.
Yeah, for a while. So what we're going to do with Chucky T for a while, we'll have him lose to Miro, and he's going to be, well, originally, like Miro put it, he was going to make Chuck be his young boy, but now they're calling it Butler. Probably.
I think they're kind of afraid what the term young boy can mean to some people in the American watching audience.
Yeah.
And I completely understand that.
Yeah.
You don't want to accidentally have the wrong person see that and not understand what it means. And you don't need that kind of drama.
Casual person doesn't know what that means. So
yeah, exactly.
Just kind of going through here some Inner Circle's New Year resolutions. Great line. Sammy Guevara calling Jericho a tag team slut. Love
championships.
That. Because Jericho said that he's going to win the tag championships with MJF this year. And then so that led to Jericho saying, well, let's have a 3-way dance to see who the tag team of AEW is. Sammy Hager.
That's funny. I didn't even. Never mind.
I didn't even think of that, which is funny. I never even put that together. Like they could be a tag team and it'd be Sammy Hager until then. And I'm like, oh my God, that is brilliant. Santana and Ortiz better win this.
I'm really surprised there's not a Chris Jericho tag team slut t-shirt on shopaew.com yet.
There needs to be.
I agree. I would prefer Santana and Ortiz to win this match.
We know who's going to win.
I think Jericho and MJF are going to win.
Yep.
I want to be wrong though. I would really like to see Santana and Ortiz pick up this win.
Alex Marvez interviewing the Dark Order talked about how they paid tribute to Brody Lee a couple weeks ago. A tremendous tribute show, by the way. As far as tribute shows go, that was just a tremendous show. Uno says they have to be better people, and they're going to do everything they can to be better people in Brody's name going forward. And Uno said that Hangman teams with the Dark Order, and as they continue to try to bring Hangman Adam Page into the fold.
Have you heard the theory going around?
No.
Tomorrow on Dynamite, it's -1's birthday celebration.
Yes. Yep.
And the ongoing theory, the fan theory going around right now, is that -1 is going to ask Hangman,
and he cannot
to lead the Dark Order,
and he can't say no to that. Could he?
Exactly. And like if that happens, that'll be fucking nuts. So
that'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, I think I brought it up. I was like, well, is Hangman going to take over eventually? But it's like, well, you can't really, it's way too soon to have somebody take over, but maybe not if
they do it the right way.
If -1 asks him.
Yeah.
Man, how cool would that be?
It would be incredible.
Yeah. That would be the shits, man. Not the drizzling shits, the good shits. We got ourselves a little swerve. All along, the Bucks thought they were going to be teaming with Omega against Griff Garrison. Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Brian Pillman and Danny Limelight. But then Don Callis, that slimy fuck, said that Kenny Omega's teaming with his best friends, the Good Brothers, invade from Impact Wrestling. Oh, the looks on the Bucks' faces. That was priceless, wasn't it?
It was. Oh man, it was crazy.
And then of course on Being the Elite this week. Oh, you know, that wasn't planned, but hey, at least the Bucks aren't buying it, Matt.
Yeah, they're not dumb.
They weren't born yesterday, so to speak. Whoops. I'm going to try to pull up the card for tomorrow. For some reason, the details for some reason the details on the AEW site are not showing up for tomorrow's card. So
That's weird.
yeah, it's just a blank page. I wonder if they're updating it. They could be updating it. So I'm just kind of pulling it up here. There we go. So of course, Kenny Omega, the Good Brothers get the win there. I kind of like that Danny Limelight guy. Sometimes it's hard to get dark in. Sometimes it's watching so much wrestling, working 3 jobs. It's hard to get that in sometimes. Danny Limelight's pretty good fella there.
He's going to be signed by somebody sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I liked his work in that. Moxley comes out and gets beat down by the 3 men. Penta and Phoenix make the save. And then a bunch of wrestlers come out and break it all up, and that kind of ends the show. Not ends the segment there. I mean, we got the waiting room with Dr. Britt Baker. The Dynamite debut of the waiting room, as it's been on Dark here.
Which
Cody Rhodes.
Which I thought was fine until Jade showed up.
Not a fan of her, are you?
Dude, I thought she might have been even worse on the mic this time than she was last time. I hope she's good in the ring, because if she is, just never let her speak again. She's fucking terrible on the microphone. She looks like a star and talks like a jobber. Ricochet cuts better promos than her.
I did like the tattoo joke by Britt though on Cody. That was pretty funny.
Well, Britt is funny.
Oh, that's true. And then after
in Rebel doing her best Tony Atlas impression.
The Red Velvet came out and got involved as well. Then at the end, Thunder Rosa comes and gets her some of Britt Baker. They're going to have a match on February 3rd at the Beach Break. FTR took on Jurassic Express. Not high marks going around the wrestling world about this match, unfortunately. And even Jim Cornette chimed in saying he didn't like FTR's performance here.
Seriously?
Yep, he did.
God.
Yep. And interestingly enough, Tony Khan shelling out the royalty bucks for I can't remember the name of the song off the top of my head or the artist. I think it's a one-hit wonder, but it was a pretty famous song from the 80s, which has like a jungle theme or something like that. And they are now using that for the Jurassic Express theme, which they debuted that on Dynamite here.
It's Tarzan Boy.
Serena Deeb took on Ty Conchi for the NWA World Championship. Yep, there you go. Serena Deeb took on Ty Conchi. I like this match. These two had a good match here for the NWA Women's World Championship. I enjoyed it.
Agreed. It was very good.
Yeah.
Ty Conte continues to get better every time she steps into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a very smart signing from AEW to lock her down. She's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, NXT way underutilized her.
Yeah, they dropped the ball.
They didn't know what to do with her. Yeah.
Jobbers.
And main event. Darby Allin, Brian Cage. No surprise that this was a good match. No surprise.
Dare I say great match?
A great match. It was great. It was good. It was good.
Good.
Tony Khan rules. Only 2 members of Team Taz could be ringside. So Powerhouse Hobbs stayed in the back. Ricky Starks got a little distraction with the referee, which enabled Hook to try to distract Darby, but then the lights went out. Yes, it's Sting. And Sting appeared and right in the throat with Ricky Starks and the baseball bat. And that enabled Allen to get a crucifix pin off the turnbuckle and get the win in what was a very good match. No surprise though. Cage can work with anybody. We've said that before, and I think this now proves Allen can work with anybody. I don't know if we've ever seen Allen work with I think we have, but in a big spot like this, main event spot like this might have been the first time we've seen Allen work with a bigger guy. So now you can almost say that either one of these guys can work with anybody on the roster and put together a good match. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yet another good Dynamite in the books, man. Par for the course.
When wrestling's great, everything's better, man. Like seriously, like my mood, like after Impact tonight was just like through the roof. And like after Raw last night, I just wanted to like crawl into a hole somewhere.
Raw is literally the only shit.
It was like atrocious, man.
Raw is like the only shit show right now. NXT is pretty good.
NXT's solid. I would still.
It's not great, but
it's not as good as SmackDown.
No.
But it's still better than Raw. So you're right. Like literally, the only bad show every week is the supposed flagship show of the biggest wrestling company on the planet,
and it's the longest fucking show of them all.
Like SmackDown, dude. SmackDown Friday was awesome.
It was.
SmackDown was really fucking good.
We'll get to that.
And then Raw was really fucking bad. It's hard to believe that they're all being booked by the same people.
I know.
It's so hard.
So tomorrow or today, as you're listening to the show, or it may have already happened if you don't listen to the show right away when it comes out. But on Dynamite, Jon Moxley in action against, he's going to kill somebody. It's supposed to be Nyla Rose versus Leah Hirsch, but I have some breaking news.
It's not really breaking. They kind of revealed this days ago.
Semi-breaking. Yeah. That, I don't know where it went. I had it somewhere.
I'll just
there it is.
Nyla Rose
COVID-19
was in contact with somebody with COVID-19.
Yep.
Don't know if she's got it. Better safe than sorry. She's quarantining herself, which is the right call to make. She made the right decision, and instead of Nyla, it will now be Penelope Ford against Layla Hirsch on Wednesday, which I think will be a better match.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
We get an update with Miro and his new butler, Chuck Taylor. Matt Sydal and Top Flight take on Matt Hardy and Private Party.
They're calling him Charles Taylor now, right?
Are they?
I feel like that's what the graphic says. While you run down the rest of the card, I'm gonna try to scroll through AEW's Twitter and see if I can find. I think the graphic is calling him Charles Taylor now.
Yeah, because the event page is still not working. It's still blank. So for the show preview. So
unfortunately, I got to scroll through a bunch of Impact retweets.
Then your triple threat inner circle tag match with Santana Ortiz, MJF and Jericho, and Sammy Hagar.
Yes, an update from Miro and his new butler, Charles Taylor.
Charles Taylor, that's great. And of course, the -1 birthday celebration match. Hangman Adam Page, John Silver, Colt Cabana, Alex Reynolds against the Hybrid 2 and Chaos Project. And if that theory is correct, that would be a tremendous moment, to be honest with you.
Tremendous.
Speaking of Silver defending his BTE championship belt over Alex Reynolds in a game of beer pong with bottle caps instead of ping pong balls.
Because fucking Cutler's an idiot.
Yeah. And now I think Silver is screwing up his promos on purpose.
Yes, he absolutely is.
Or not? Did I say Silver or did I say Cutler? Silver is screwing up his promos.
You said Silver.
Okay, yeah. I think he fucked up the first time, but now he's just going with it.
Yeah, no, I think he's turning into a bit now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't mind one bit.
He's fucking great. NXT, we saw Candice LeRae defeat Shotzi Blackheart in a good match. Indy Hartwell, of course, helping out. No surprise there. Finn Balor got interrupted by Pete Dune. So I think we got possibly your next challenger for the title there. The Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic bracket unveiled.
I'm telling you right now. If the NXT takeover on February 14th is not called St. Valentine's Day Massacre, they don't fucked up.
Of course, if you're a WWE historian, you will remember on St. Valentine's Day Massacre the iconic steel cage match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon.
The debut of the Big Show.
Yep.
You know, it was the only time they ever did that show. Like, you're doing a damn NXT takeover on Valentine's Day. If it's not called that, you done fucked up.
I'm calling it now. Final four of the Dusty Classic is probably obvious, but I am going to say it's going to be Cole and Strong, Grizzled Young Veterans, Legado, Imperium, and MSK. I don't know. Legado and Imperium's a toss-up for me in that bottom right corner, though.
I don't know. I think the one side's a lot more obvious than the other.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, you can see Dane and Maverick beating MSK, but MSK looks so impressive, which we'll get to in a minute. But, yeah, I don't know. Unless Gargano in theory upset Grizzled Young Veterans, maybe. I don't see it, though. But kicking off the Dusty Classic, Ever Rise, the Dollar Store Young Bucks took on Grizzled Young Veterans.
They're so trash.
Buddy John Canton, like, he says he likes them as a team and can do well in NXT. I'm like,
they're the Forky of the NXT tag team division.
I see no redeeming qualities in this tag team.
I don't either. I don't get it.
But I like the Grizzled Young Veterans. Loomis took on Gargano. Gargano got the win, thanks to Austin Theory.
Not surprising.
No, because Indy helped Candice. I like the name though. The stable, the Way. I like it. I think it was a clever name for their stable. By the way.
Will you stop?
As I do a Carl Anderson laugh right there.
Will you stop?
I don't even know how you do that. As someone with asthma, I think I would kill myself attempting to try to do that.
You might die.
Yeah.
I thought this was tremendous. The sit down with Wade Barrett, Timothy Thatcher, and Ciampa ahead of the Fight Pit match next week. I thought that was a great segment.
I'm looking forward to the Fight Pit.
They seriously, this feud has really fleshed out the character of Thatcher a lot. And I mean, I've liked Thatcher from the beginning, but this has really kind of evolved Thatcher, and I've really enjoyed this feud, obviously too, because it had a great takeover match, and this Fight Pit's going to be tremendous. I can't wait. Jake Atlas and Swerve Scott, who don't get along, but they're a tag team in the Dusty Cup, took on MSK. Who is MSK, might you ask?
I just want to know what the fuck MSK is supposed to stand for. They still haven't fucking said it yet.
Men who smoke Kush.
Oh, are you serious?
No, that was just off the top of my head, actually.
Dude, I bet you that is what it is.
That'd be funny if it was.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
Men smoking Kush.
I just want to know why they're named after Lee and Carter of Rush Hour.
Remember we were making fun of
Lee.
Remember we were making fun of them trademarking Wes Lee, and here it is. It's on Xavier, Desmond Xavier. Nash Carter sounds like a secondary bit cop from a drama series.
Well, like I said, I hear Carter and Lee, and I just think Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Like that's immediately what comes to mind every time I hear it. I mean, like, I don't give a damn what your first names are. That Carter and Lee just instantly makes me think of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
But I remember making fun of that when we went over the trademark and like, really, Wes Lee? Who the fuck's gonna have that? And
I feel bad. Like, I seriously don't understand why these guys just can't let them keep their fucking names. Crying out loud.
so
I did appreciate Tom Phillips' call, and he's like, "These guys are a couple of rascals out here. We gotta take a quick commercial break or
you mean
whatever."
Vic Joseph?
Vic Joseph, whatever. They're all interchangeable.
Yeah,
All the play-by-play guys of WWE are interchangeable.
couple of rascals. They impressed the hell, huh?
I thought they had a great performance.
They look damn good.
I still stand by the fact that my favorite rascal didn't get signed.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing he has some kind of personal problems, like some kind of family problems right now that's keeping him on the sideline right now. I'm not sure. I feel like of the three rascals, he was my favorite one, and I'm bummed to see him not be anywhere right now.
Yeah. Xia Li killed somebody again. Casey.
Man, she's totally playing up that Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah.
I need the person in the chair to end up being Karate Man. Like, I know it won't be. I know it looks like it's a woman, but if it turns out to be fucking the Karate Man, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. It would be hilarious.
Man. Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter cut a promo ahead of their women's Dusty Cup match against Mercedes Martinez and Toni Storm.
The only way they win that match is if Io Shirai comes back and costs Tony and Mercedes that match.
Yeah, the only saving grace is that Catanzaro and Carter are actually a team, so it makes me think they will advance. But
like I said, they bring Io back. I mean, it would make perfect sense for her to cost Tony and Mercedes the match. But
yeah. This week on NXT, Lucha House Party take on Imperium in the Dusty Cup. I guess there was a Dusty Cup match on 205 Live. I don't know which one it was, but I guess we'll find out when the brackets get updated on tomorrow's show. Kushida and Leon Ruff take on Gargano and Theory, also a Dusty Cup match, and of course the Fight Pit.
I know the Bollywood Boys match was one of the ones on 205 Live. I can't remember what the other one was because I had a friend who was in the quote unquote virtual crowd gimmick.
Was it the one with? I bet it was the one with Adonis and Troy.
And they were telling people to do the stupid Bollywood dance during the Bollywood Boys match. I'm just like, how the fuck does anybody even know what the fucking Bollywood dance is? Fucking idiots. And how the fuck are you gonna do that on a fucking camera you only see from your chest up?
We only know them as J&J Security 2.0.
Ugh, terrible.
I bet it was Neeson Davari against Ashanti the Adonis and Troy. Was it Desmond Troy? I forget his last name. Because those are all 205 Live guys. So that had to have been the other match that was on there. And then main event time. Dusty Cup match. Undisputed Era against Breezango. Tremendous match, I thought. Dunn attacking Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor kind of saving Kyle O'Reilly from the first shot, but not the second shot. We thought that distraction would lead to Breezango winning, but Cole was able to sidestep it and get a win with a super kick. So Undisputed Era moves on. And there you go. SmackDown, tremendous catching you up, pushing of Shinsuke Nakamura has been so far tremendous, Matt, over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully it leads to something. What did you think about Adam Pearce winning the gauntlet match? Did you think that was going to stick? I saw rumblings immediately that it was going to get flipped somehow.
As soon as they did it, I'm just like, this has to be leading to KO getting another shot. Like, and I wasn't sure how they did it. If you check my tweets from Friday, I was even saying somehow Kevin Owens' name gets on that contract by the end of the night, and I called it. So
Does he win? I gotta think KO wins now.
I think he should, because if you want to do Goldberg and Roman
at
Mania, you can do it without the title, and everybody would care. I think people would be more into it,
and everybody would be happy because that means Drew beat Goldberg.
Yeah, and you could look. Yeah, you do like the two guys who lost at the Rumble. Roman lost, Goldberg lost. Now they're gonna fight at Mania. And I would love it. I think it'd be great, and I hope they do it. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but I think KO as champion would be a great thing going into WrestleMania. Roman is so much bigger than that championship right now. It's like night and day.
Yep. Give me Roman Goldberg, no title on the line, no titles involved at all this year, and then give me when we got crowds in Dallas, or maybe it's not until Hollywood we get Roman and Rock. We can keep Roman heel all the way through that. We ain't turning him babyface anytime soon, baby. No way, baby. We ain't making him a babyface, baby. No way. Jey Uso, speaking of which, Jey Uso kicking off SmackDown with a great promo. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out and, oh, man. He goes, if Roman's the big dog, you must be the little... Oh, I thought he was going to say bitch. That'd have been great if Shinsuke would have said bitch. No, he called him a puppy. Jey and Shinsuke, good match. Tremendous opener on SmackDown. Set the tone for what was probably the best SmackDown episode of the year. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Cesaro turning on Shinsuke eventually.
I think so. And if it leads to Cesaro versus Nakamura in a featured match at WrestleMania, I'm all fucking for that.
As long as they give you 15 minutes, give them 10 to 15, 12 to 15, not 10. Give me 12 to 15 on that, please.
Dude, you know what you do? Like if they're gonna let Big E hold that belt for a while, give me Big E, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura in a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
Oh my God, dude, that could steal the fucking show. That could steal the fucking show.
Something I forgot about NXT. Backstage segment interview with Undisputed Era and Adam Cole talking about Breezango. He goes, Breezango, I got a lot of respect for Breezango. Did you catch that?
I did not. But I'm popping for it now.
I
clicked on red.
Because
Please tell me you saw last week's episode.
I started it.
You haven't seen I clicked on red yet?
No, I got about that first game took forever, and I got to the second game. Well, I was getting tired as fuck, and I didn't want to fall asleep during Impact again. So I took like a hour power nap from 6 to 7. So I stopped it in the middle of like the second game. So I hadn't finished it. I'll finish it tonight after we get done recording.
Okay, when you see it, you need to message me about I clicked on red.
Okay.
Because
but
I know it doesn't make any sense to you now.
Well, it was the title of the episode.
It is the title of the episode, but when you see the episode in its entirety, you're gonna love the I clicked on red line.
Okay.
It's great.
But man, yeah, I was because I watched NXT, I think on Friday. I think it was maybe Saturday, and I popped, man. He's like Breezango. I got a lot of respect for them. I can't believe you didn't catch that, man. You gotta go back and watch that.
My problem is when I watch NXT, I'm watching it like right after AEW, and I'm doing it normally right after AEW. I'm normally writing an article for my job about the main event of AEW.
So backstage segment, you're like, eh.
Yeah, exactly. So when something like that's occurring, it's kind of just like background noise to me, and I tune it out. So I totally missed that.
So fire up the network and just fast forward it to that set. So literally it's going to take you, it's going to be a 30 seconds watch, and you could, watch it for yourself, and you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, no, I need to see that.
My God, I was getting tired of the fucking doorbell.
Ding dong, hello.
I mean, okay, do it once, but they did it like 8 fucking times leading up to the segment. What are your thoughts of Sonya Deville being Adam Pearce's assistant, so to speak, on SmackDown? You like it so far?
I'd rather have her in the ring. But I guess if they don't have a plan for her at the moment to get a push, I guess it's better than jobbing matches.
I guess
I guess be on TV every week and not have to lose matches. I guess that's a win-win.
Punch the microphone here. Technically, she's out of WWE, so I think this is her way to get back in for now. And so this is like, I think it's a storyline thing of this is her way of getting back into it for now. And she does good here, then she can compete again. Blah blah blah, shit like that.
Blah blah blah. Yakety schmackety.
Last week, the Dirty Dogs beating the Street Profits with the tag titles. I thought that was a damn good match, by the way. Good stuff there. Good stuff. How about Apollo Crews on the old Big Dog couch, huh? How about Apollo Crews maybe coming to the dark side, huh?
I have to wait and see how it plays out.
What if you put Apollo in there, Fatal 4-Way with Shinsuke and Cesaro?
I'm not as sold on Apollo as I'm sold on the other three guys. I'm sure it would still be a good match, but I don't know if it would be as good as the either the one-on-one or the triple threat.
About the only thing they are doing on SmackDown that makes me say, what the fuck are they doing, is Billy Kay.
Oh my God, that was amazing. What are you talking about?
I
love Billy Kay with the Riot Squad right now. I didn't like the finish of the match.
I
thought the finish of the match was shit. But her with the Riot Squad right now, I love it. I love it. Love it.
The whole gimmick of this thing, I'm not with it. Rey Mysterio, King Corbin. The whole story here was Dominic did not want to get involved and let Rey fight his battles. That ended up in Rey getting beat and Dominic actually getting knocked down. That's probably going to lead to Dominic eliminating King Corbin from the Rumble. Ding dong. Hello. Speaking of ding dong, hello. I thought it was an okay talks. It didn't suck. It wasn't This Is Your Life, but it also didn't suck. Is that about a good assessment?
It was somebody creative fucking watch The Waiting Room Wednesday. That's what it was.
Yeah. There's been a little back and forth between Bailey and Britt on Twitter. I don't think we need an obstacle course challenge. We don't need NXT to come back, the original NXT. No, thank you. Daniel Bryan and Cesaro, fucking good. Fuck, let's throw Daniel Bryan in that match too. Let's just throw them all in and put a ladder in there. I think Daniel Bryan's winning the Rumble right now. I might change my mind by predictions next week, but I think Daniel Bryan's winning the Rumble.
I feel like he should, but I feel like at the same token, if he wins the Rumble, shouldn't Roman retain? So, I mean, unless we're going to get Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre, which would be fucking amazing.
And it's
be a nice swerve that you don't see coming.
You don't need
because honestly, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like WWE has expended all the good challengers for McIntyre already.
Well, it depends on who wins. I mean, you could choose your opponent. So obviously, are you just talking Raw, straight Raw? I'm talking straight Raw. Okay.
Because Keith Lee would have been a great choice, but they've done it already.
We've been there.
And I don't want to see, no offense to Sheamus, I don't want to see Sheamus and Drew at WrestleMania. You can do that at Fastlane if you want to, or Elimination Chamber or whatever. I don't want to see Drew versus Sheamus at WrestleMania.
I mean, if they wouldn't have booked him like shit in 2020, you could have done John Morrison.
Yeah, you could have done AJ Styles if you didn't use that already too.
Yeah. They like to blow their wad on throwaway shit on Raw too.
Like Styles Drew match at TLC was the first time those guys ever fought. Like, you tell me you couldn't have saved that for another couple months and done it at Mania? And like, did you really have to do Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre already? I guess you could do Drew McIntyre and Edge.
If creative wouldn't have booked Retribution to be complete dog shit, you could have had Mustafa Ali challenge.
Yeah, if they would have utilized the group properly.
I mean,
but they didn't.
I'm looking at the roster right now on Raw, and I have 2 good WrestleMania matches if they would have booked properly in 2020.
I completely agree. If things were done the right way, there are several people on Raw that could have been properly slotted into that thing. But now I'm just thinking, well, who can win the Rumble from SmackDown and challenge Drew?
If we're looking heels, just straight heels, though, those are the only 2 that really stand out that haven't been already done. How long is Strowman out, by the way?
Oh, God, that's what they're going to do. Motherfucker.
Well, he's got a knee injury.
Oh, no. That's what they're going to do. They're going to give us Strowman and Drew at Mania. Damn it, JB. You just put a dark cloud over my night. Ugh. Oh, that sucks ass. That sucks so much ass.
Oh, God. Yeah, because he was supposed to fight at TLC, wasn't he?
Yep. And they put AJ in the spot instead because Braun wasn't ready. They're going to do Braun. They're going to do Braun and fucking Drew at Mania. Oh, God.
Well, that ain't going to be a bad match necessarily.
Yeah, but Braun's ruined. They ruined Braun. Braun was the man like 3 years ago. Now Braun's shit. Motherfucker. Damn it.
Daniel Bryan.
I was in a really good mood.
Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens at Mania. Hell yeah. Give me that. That'll make you feel better. Sami Zayn and Apollo Crews, that was weird. 2 heels, one heel cheats against the other heel to win. I wonder if Sammy's turning face pretty soon. I don't know. Speaking of which, in that match, how about that Ghostbuster sweater that Big E was wearing?
It was amazing.
Fuck.
I loved the couch and the sweater. I loved everything.
And
Big E's gold, man.
And of course, the Universal title contract signing. Boy, how pissed was Vince when Adam Pearce's mic wasn't working at the end of SmackDown?
I heard he was pretty pissy.
I bet.
I heard he was pretty pissy.
Raw, Randy Orton with a mask. Matt's got a good joke on that one.
So bad.
What did you say on Twitter last night?
That he was auditioning for the lead villain in Nacho Libre 2.
God, this Lacey Evans Ric Flair thing is the drizzling shits. Every time I see Peyton Royce on Raw, I get pissed because they shouldn't have broke up the Iconics.
Yeah, you ain't wrong there.
At least they replayed the great promo Mustafa Ali cut earlier in the day
on Twitter. Yeah, because apparently they won't let him have a live mic on TV.
Where they ran back the 2019 story where Ali got injured, Kofi took his place, fucking balled out with Daniel Bryan, which led to a WrestleMania moment, and 2 years later, now he's taking it out on Xavier Woods with Kofi, who is actually out legitimately with a jaw injury.
Yep.
So Xavier Woods took on Mace this time. I think he took on Teabag last week. So about the only bright spot on Raw was Alexa Bliss. She's just doing a fucking tremendous job. I thought
I did not like the way they used Asuka on Raw at all.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I thought they made her look terrible,
Yeah.
especially after she tweeted out over the weekend that she wasn't afraid of Alexa.
Well,
And then they had her come out and do that. I'm just like,
looks like she is.
yeah, like this is trash. Trash.
We're running down Shayna Baszler, Mandy Rose for these four for the millionth time. This is what makes Raw so shitty. They keep rehashing things and over and over.
And I'm so tired of
They've done a mixture.
Seeing Mandy and Dana as punching bags for Baszler and the woman that can't work to save her fucking life. I won't even say her damn name anymore. I'm so fucking sick of seeing her.
Ricochet and AJ had a hell of a match. Jesus Christ. Slingshot off the ropes into a Styles Clash. Fuck me running. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
God damn. I thought Ricochet was going to win and maybe start a run, but nope.
I hear his contract's up really soon.
Good. Get out of
there. So, yeah, I think he's just counting the days.
Go talk to Uncle Tony.
Dude, he can go anywhere. Like, that man can write his own ticket. Mm-hmm. Ring of Honor, AEW, Impact, New Japan. Like, he can go anywhere, and he's going to be fine. You know, like, just because Vince is a dumb fucking moron that doesn't know how to book him doesn't mean that he's not going to land on his feet on any other promotion in the fucking world that he's going to be able to go and be utilized the right way.
Dirt sheet with Miz and Morrison. We're thinking, oh, Goldberg, this might be interesting. And then Gilbert comes out.
Dude, I said it. I said it in the news group chat Monday night. Because as soon as the commentators started going, I don't know, I don't even understand how Miz and Morrison got Goldberg for this segment. And they were doing that earlier in the show. I'm like, oh, dude, they're bringing Gilbert in. You know, it was like I just fucking knew it was gonna happen. And my favorite thing about it was seeing that Gilbert's in good health after his heart attack a couple months ago. So I thought that was pretty cool.
And then we had a ripoff Drew McIntyre. I called him Drew Crackintyre because his ass crack was showing. Somebody on Twitter made a funny comment. He looked like a melted candle.
I think Drew called him.
It might have been Drew. Yeah, it might have been Drew.
Yeah.
Hurt Business took on Riddle in the house party. And then Drew cut a promo from home as he's still in quarantine. Jackson Riker and Hardy, and that whole feud continues on. And then Asuka and Alexa Bliss, which, of course, then we talk about how Alexa now can turn invincible like the Fiend, apparently. And that ended the show. Raw sucked. WWE Network has released the best of Luke Harper that dates back to the tremendous feud between the Wyatt family and the Shield in 2014 and goes all the way up to Hell in a Cell in 2019 when the Bludgeon Brothers took on Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. There is about a dozen matches on there. So pretty cool that they added that to the network. Impact ratings for Impact, 161,000 viewers on their Hard to Kill Go Home show. So some pretty solid numbers, increasing as they go into a pay-per-view. Always a good sign. Very curious to see what the numbers will be next week because I heard the Twitch numbers increased significantly once Matt Hardy showed up. So last week, AEW beat NXT quite handily. NXT only pulled in 551,000 viewers, which is that might be the lowest viewership NXT's ever had.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was mentioned. It was their lowest.
AEW was 762. Obviously, ongoing news coverage with all the shit going on in the world is dominating the ratings right now with CNN.
Yeah.
Covering CNN dominating the ratings right now. The Demo God, AEW 0.3, NXT at 0.14. SmackDown up to 2.15 million as the A show pulling in some good numbers still, comparatively speaking. No Raw numbers.
Yeah,
Martin
the
Luther King Day.
holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Martin.
we'll get them. We'll get them tomorrow.
Kofi Kingston having a jaw issue, so to speak. He describing it as he's having trouble closing his mouth on one side and has been talking a little funny in order to compensate. He's going to go to the doc and check it out, have it checked out. So he's going to be gone for a little while. Straight Up Steve Austin returned with Ice-T this week. Luke Combs in the first episode pulled in 600,000 viewers. I've yet to see either episode yet, so I'll have to check that out. Always a good show, Straight Up Steve Austin. So, could we see the return of the original YouTube wrestling show? Because Matt Cardona has filed the trademark of MC, the True Long Island Story.
I hope so.
He was the pioneer of it, Matt.
Look, if no one else is going to let him get over, he can get over all by his damn self. He'll get his fucking contract that way.
We have a debut date for Young Rock on NBC. It's set to debut Tuesday, February 16th at 8
actually
Eastern.
Looks really fun.
Casting is tremendous on that, by the way.
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Well, Hard to Kill was on Saturday, so WWE had to steal some thunder by announcing the next 3 WrestleManias.
They literally announced like 10 minutes before Hard to Kill went on the air.
Yeah.
Like
petty.
And the people were like, "Oh, I don't think WWE cares about Impact." I'm like, motherfucker, WWE never announces anything on a fucking Saturday night. This was strategic. This was done.
They're scared.
Take the wind out of Impact sales. Now I won't even say that they're scared. They were just doing it to be fucking petty.
They're scared.
I don't think they're scared. I just think they're being fucking petty. I think they're being petty little bitches. Because don't tell me that announcement couldn't have just been saved for Raw on Monday or Sunday afternoon or whatever. It's just that 10 minutes before Hard to Kill. Like, who does that?
Shut up!
You shut up, Vince. Fucking bitch. Bitch.
Oops. What did you say? Vince is what?
He's a bitch.
WrestleMania 37 taking place over 2 nights at Raymond James Stadium, April 10th and 11th, and rumor is fans will be in attendance for that. I think I have more on that coming up maybe later. I'll see. WrestleMania 38 next year, April 3rd, Dallas, Texas, AT&T Stadium. Matt and I were at AT&T Stadium for 32. And 39 at SoFi Stadium in LA, April 2nd in 2023. All right. WWE Network News is reporting that the old classic Wrestling Challenge has been added to the WWE Network. The WWF syndicated series from 19 episodes from 1986 have been added. So wrestlers from that, excuse me, wrestlers from that time period, including King, Harley Race, Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, and more. The Wrestling Challenge, so more classic content added to the network. WWE has announced more pay-per-views. So obviously we got the Royal Rumble coming up here on the 31st from the Thunderdome. NXT TakeOver 33, which, as Matt said, should be St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Valentine's Day, the 14th from the Capitol Wrestling Arena. Elimination Chamber will take place on the 21st from the Thunderdome, and WWE Fastlane March 21st, also from the Thunderdome, and then of course WrestleMania on April 10th and 11th. So we've got the pay-per-view schedule all set up now leading into WrestleMania. And as Matt said, on the 14th of January, AEW has filed for the trademark of Too Sweet.
Sweet me when you greet me, too sweet me when you walk on by.
Former Ring of Honor World Champion Dalton Castle has recently become a free agent and has trademarked his ring name, and remains in talks with Ring of Honor, but has passed on signing an addendum to his current Ring of Honor deal.
Dun, dun, dun.
Former WWE and AEW World Champion Jon Moxley is in the middle of writing a book. The reveal for the book came during his wife Renee Paquette's podcast with Tony Khan, and no further information at this time, but there is a book coming soon.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be very, very interesting.
Yeah. And PW Insider has confirmed that WWE has signed former Evolve Tag Team Champion Anthony Henry. It is time, this time of year, as we always do, it is time for the Markies, the 2020 Markies. We give out those trophies, those prestigious awards. The most prestigious award in professional wrestling, Matt?
I don't know about all that.
Well, we got a lot of categories because we added Impact this year, so let's get right to it. WWE Tag Team of the Year. Your nominees are the Street Profits, The New Day, The Hurt Biz, and Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Matt, who you going with?
Give me the choices again.
Street Profits, New Day, Hurt Business, Miz and Morrison. Hey.
I'm going to go with the Street Profits.
I agree with you. The marquee for WWE Tag Team of the Year goes to the smoke. We want the smoke. The Street Profits. WWE Women's Tag Team of the Year. Your nominees are Sasha Banks and Bayley, Asuka and Charlotte Flair, the Iconics, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. My vote goes to Sasha Banks and Bayley, Matt.
I agree.
There's your winner. Your winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then they decided to beat the shit out of each other the rest of the year. NXT Tag Team of the Year. Your nominees are Imperium, Breezango, Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, and the Broserweights, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle. Matt, who does your...
Broserweights.
The Broserweights. I agree with you, sir.
Wow, we're cleaning up so far.
We're going to fly through this, baby. AEW Tag Team of the Year. Your nominees are FTR, the Young Bucks, Hangman and Kenny Omega, Santana and Ortiz. I'm going with Hangman and Kenny Omega.
I am also going with Hangman and Omega.
I mean,
they were on top. They were on top for a majority of the year. I just look, FTR and Young Bucks are definitely in the conversation, but to me, it was Hangman and Omega's year.
Mm-hmm. Impact Tag Team of the Year. As I don't know if we've had Impact. I think we've probably had Impact in the Marquees, but once or twice. But they are back. Your nominees are the North, the Good Brothers, the Rascals, and Triple XL. I got to give it to the Good Brothers.
I was going to lean on the Rascals, but I'll go with the Good Brothers so we can move on.
I'm giving it to quality, not quantity this time.
I get that. I see where your argument's coming from, and it's that this is not the hill of the award that I wish to die on.
Okay.
So I'm just Good Brothers. I'm good with the Good Brothers. You know me, man. So
WWE Breakthrough Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Keith Lee, Jey Uso, Otis, and Dominic Mysterio. Matt.
Even as poorly as he's been used as of late, I still have to say Keith Lee.
Keith Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Jey Uso.
Jey Uso would be my second choice out of the four.
Jey
But
Uso,
but Jey Uso's also lost as much as Keith Lee has lately. So
yeah. I'll go Keith Lee on there. That's fine. Yeah, I like Jey Uso. He's been just having a tremendous year as a singles competitor. NXT Breakthrough Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Karrion Kross, Pat McAfee, Santos Escobar, and Raquel Gonzalez.
I gotta go McAfee.
I just was gonna say McAfee, yes, sir.
Yeah.
If Kross wouldn't have gotten hurt, it probably would have went to Kross. But Pat McAfee has.
The thing with Kross is, like, I knew what to expect from Kross.
And McAfee.
So he didn't break out. He's just doing what I expected him to do.
Yeah, and McAfee's done nothing but impress,
exceeding all expectations.
AEW Breakthrough Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are John Silver, Big Swole, Orange Cassidy, and Ricky Starks. Matt,
it's got to be John Silver.
You damn right. We're gonna give Silver a Marky. It's gonna. Impact Wrestling Breakthrough Wrestler of the Year. This was a tough one to put nominees out for, so I did the best that I could. Rohit Raju, Chris Bay, Brian Myers, Willie Mack. I put Brian Myers in there because he's been impressing as a single star. I got to go Chris Bay here. He has delivered in the X division.
I think Willie Mack's breakout year was last year.
Mm-hmm. I had to fill it
the year before. No, I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would agree with Chris Bay.
It's hard to fill that because Impact's roster is so much smaller. Villain of the Year, one of my favorite marquee categories. This year, your nominees are Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, Pat McAfee, and Seth Rollins.
It's gotta be.
It's a tough one.
I gotta go with Roman.
Yeah, McAfee villain maybe, but if you look
if there was asshole of the year, McAfee would have that award hands down.
If you remember our past winners, like Tommaso Ciampa, straight up villain when he was a heel. I agree. Roman Reigns is the villain of the year here.
Yeah, because like there's still a lot of redeemable qualities of Omega, and he hasn't been heel long enough to really give him the nod. Maybe we'll see what 2021 brings.
Brand new category this year. I decided to add for the hell of it. Babyface of the year. We always had a villain of the year. I think we've had it almost every year. Maybe I added it in the second year of the Marquis or something. Babyface of the year. The white meat babyface of the year. Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, -1, Rich Swann. I stacked it.
I gotta go Kevin Owens.
Over -1?
Yes.
Okay.
-1 really hasn't done.
-1, yeah.
He really hasn't done anything. No offense. I love -1. He's entertaining. But I mean, how can he be a baby face when he's beating up all his fellow members of the Dark Order with a kendo stick?
Beat up MJF with it.
I gotta give it to Kevin Owens.
I wanted to give him a nod, so I figured it was a good place to fit him in. I agree. Kevin Owens, especially with Roman Reigns, in this feud has been a big part of that, but also Seth Rollins' feud. So I think over the whole year, I agree. Kevin Owens has been the babyface of the year here for sure.
Which is crazy. He's one of the best heels.
He's a good asshole
when he wants to be, but
yeah,
he's been a tremendous babyface in 2020 when we all needed him to be.
NXT Rebound Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Jake Atlas, Austin Theory, Drake Maverick, Ember Moon.
Ooh,
I almost like Drake Maverick.
I'm torn between Maverick and Moon
Mm-hmm.
because Moon rebounded from an injury that some people thought she might not ever recover from.
Yeah.
Man, that's a toss-up. That's a toss-up between Maverick and Moon. I can't pick. I'll go with whatever you decide.
I think just because of the story of being fired and coming back from it, and now you're in the middle of the dusty. I'm gonna give it to Maverick, man.
That's fair. Like I said, I can't really argue.
This one's kind of a stacked category. Stacked for the winner. At WWE Rebound Wrestler of the Year, your nominees are MVP, Sheamus, Carmella, Edge. And of course, it's got to be Edge.
See, I completely disagree.
Really? You want to go MVP?
I was thinking either MVP or Sheamus.
Sheamus has had a good year.
To me, Edge had Edge came back and had 2 matches.
Okay.
And then he was gone for the rest of the year because he got hurt. He'll be Rebound Wrestler of the Year in 2021.
My thought for the most part, most of the year was MVP.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was only supposed to be coming in for like a one-shot too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say MVP.
I last minute added Edge just because of the fact, but
MVP and Sheamus are tops to me. So
AEW Rebound Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Eddie Kingston, Colt Cabana, Serena Deeb, and I'm going to put Butcher and Blade together as especially Blade kind of resurrecting his career in AEW as a tag team.
I'd have to say Serena Deeb.
I agree. I agree.
She went from being a trainer to NWA Women's Champion. I mean,
it was kind of hard to pick people on this one too because it's a new company. Kingston coming from NWA. Kingston really didn't wrestle in NWA, so he kind of qualified. Colt Cabana has had a pretty good year with Dark Order. It was kind of hard to put together kind of the nominees on that one, but yeah, I agree. Serena Deeb. Also kind of hard to put together for Impact, but here we go. Impact Rebound Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Eric Young, Hernandez, Havoc, and Rhino.
It's Eric Young.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it's close.
Nope.
He might have been in the conversation had he not gotten hurt.
Yeah. That'll be next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, baby.
I think injuries played a factor into a lot of these awards this year. Honestly,
it did. Best WWE pay-per-view of the year. Your nominees are SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, TLC, Money in the Bank. I gotta say Royal Rumble because it was one of the best Royal Rumble matches of the year. It was one of the last pay-per-views with a crowd. It was one of the most memorable moments that we are never going to forget with Edge. But on top of that, the card was really good too. But all 4 of those pay-per-views were solid.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't remember any of them very well besides TLC.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember Edge coming back and McIntyre winning the Rumble, and that's kind of enough for me.
We had Roman and Corbin in the Falls Count Anywhere, which was a good match.
That was fun. Yeah.
Charlotte won the women's match.
Unfortunately.
Bailey and Lacey was not much to write home about. Fiend and Daniel Bryan in the strap match.
That was good.
And Becky and Asuka.
It was also good. Yeah, I can't hate on that pay-per-view.
If we go back to Money in the Bank.
No, the Money in the Bank's not even in the running.
Okay, let's go to SummerSlam then. SummerSlam had Bailey and Asuka, Street Profits against Andrade and Angel Garza, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, loser leaves WWE, Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio in a street fight, Asuka, Sasha, Drew and Randy, and Fiend and Strowman. I think it's the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's either Rumble or TLC.
All right, well let's go to TLC.
No, I'm just saying, dude. If you think it's the Rumble, I'll go with the Rumble. We can move on. Like TLC's still fresh in everybody's mind. We don't need to run down the card.
Yeah, I like the Rumble.
That's fair.
Best takeover of the year. We got 31 War Games. Portland and In Your House. '31 had Balor and O'Reilly, but again, War Games delivered.
What was the Portland card?
Let's take a look.
Because I'll be perfectly honest, I wasn't
Portland
really blown
was
away by any of the takeovers in the Performance Center era.
Keith Lee and Dijakovic, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox, Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano went almost 30 minutes. Ripley and Bianca Belair, Broserweights in the era, and Adam Cole and Ciampa went 30 minutes.
I'm going with Portland.
Okay. 31 was Priest and Gargano, Kushida and Dream, Escobar and Swerve, Shirai and Candice, Balor and O'Reilly. Yeah, Portland's better there. So Portland over War Games?
Yeah.
Okay. AEW pay-per-view of the year. Revolution, Double or Nothing, All Out, or Full Gear?
I have to say Full Gear.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought Full Gear from top to bottom was an incredible pay-per-view. I actually think it's AEW's best pay-per-view. Period. Like I'm not talking just in last year. I think of their entire company's history, I think Full Gear 2020 was AEW's best pay-per-view. Period.
And that had Moxley, Kingston, I Quit match, MJF, Jericho, the Elite Deletion match between Hardy and Guevara, Bucks and FTR, Sheeta and Nyla Rose, Allen and Cody for the TNT title, Orange Cassidy and John Silver, which was an underrated match, and Omega and Hangman Page in the Eliminator Finals. Impact pay-per-view of the year. They only had 3. If we're not counting the plus ones. Hard to Kill, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory. I gotta say,
Bound for Glory.
That was Swan and Young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't get me wrong. Slammiversary had a lot of great surprises.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Bound for Glory was a better overall show. So
best WWE feud of the year. Seth Rollins and the Mysterios, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, Randy Orton and Edge.
I think you missed the best feud of the year.
Okay, we can replace.
I think it's Sasha and Bailey.
Think Sasha Bailey? Oh, we'll replace Seth and Mysterios.
Yeah, I think Sasha and Bailey was the best feud for WWE for last year.
Yeah, I put some of these together late at night, so I probably omitted some things.
No, that's fine.
So Sasha Bailey wins. I'd say Roman and Jay was a close second.
I'm loving Roman and KO.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I mean, I don't think it was on the build up level that Sasha and Bailey gave us. I mean, I feel like that story's has been built up for years, and I just thought they killed it.
This one was tough because I think it's just tough because they don't have long-term feuds. But NXT feud of the year, I have Shotzi Blackheart, Candice LeRae, Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, Pat McAfee, Adam Cole, Dexter Lumis, Cameron Grimes.
McAfee, Cole.
Baby. I was
Out
wondering
out of those four.
I was wondering if I had omitted any of them. Anything.
I feel like Keith Lee, Dijak.
That was like February, and then Keith Lee got called up.
He didn't get called up until like the summertime, right?
Wasn't it? I don't know.
He got called up after dropping the title to Cross. Wasn't that right around SummerSlam?
Yeah.
I feel like Lee had a couple really good feuds in NXT last year. But out of the ones you named, to me, it's McAfee and Cole.
Yeah, I'll put Dijakovic and Lee in there instead of Grimes as a nominee. AEW feud of the year. This one I might have something omitted, so let me know. As I'm kind of getting towards the end of the list, I probably had some omissions. I have Santana and Ortiz against the Best Friends, Moxley and Eddie Kingston, Moxley and Omega, Orange Cassidy, Chris Jericho. Any omissions off the top of your head?
The Darby and Team Taz.
Yeah.
For one.
What about
maybe Heyman?
Heyman and Omega.
You could even say Heyman and Omega. Cody and Brody Lee was a hell of a feud too. They had a lot of good feuds in AEW last year. Mox and Kingston's right up there.
All right. Well,
I might have to lean in on Mox and Kingston on that one.
I can't hit on that at all.
I mean, there's a lot of honestly. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think there were so many good feuds in AEW last year that you could throw a dartboard in one of them and you'd be all right.
Lost my place. Impact feud of the year. Moose and William Mack, Rich Swann, Eric Young, Rohit Raju and TJP, Deonna Purrazzo and Jordan Grace. Swan and Young.
Yeah, probably. Keep in mind, we're grading on the curve because we didn't really start back with Impact until like half of last year. So
2021, Omega and Swan.
We can only hope. We're gonna find out.
Faction of the year, another new category. Undisputed Era, Inner Circle, Hurt Business, Dark Order. This is all brands.
Oh boy.
I think
after the year they had in 2019, I have to give it to the Dark Order.
Yeah, Era had a down year.
It's either to me it's either Dark Order, Inner Circle, and I feel like I gotta go Dark Order.
Yeah, let's give it to him. Let's give it to him. Take nothing away from the Hurt Business, one of the few good booked things on Raw.
The way they've been booking them as of late has me a bit sour on them at the moment. So
a classic category that we've had, the what the fuck wrestling moment of the year. This also covers all brands. Shayna Baszler biting Becky Lynch. COVID crowds. Seth Rollins taking out Rey Mysterio's eye, or Retribution, all of it.
Retribution, all of it.
You just like how I worded it, didn't you?
That's it.
You just like how I worded it. Moments.
That's fucking true.
Moment of the year, which is, of course, all brands. This is a stacked one, by the way. This is a lot of good moments this year, even though it was a shit year. Becky Lynch announcing her pregnancy. Edge returns from retirement at the Royal Rumble. Brody Lee's tribute on AEW Dynamite. Jericho and MJF lay dinner debonair.
I gotta go with the Brody Lee tribute show.
Agree. It was Edge until that night, which was just tremendous.
Yeah.
It was a tremendous night. A brand new category called the Brody. We are big BTE fans, and so it's called the Brody, best BTE moment of the year. Stu taking bumps for Anna. This is almost a Dark Order loaded category because, well, the Dark Order took over BTE this year.
They dominated BTE in 2020.
Stu
we're all better for it, damn it.
Stu taking bumps from Anna J. Dark Order taking bumps from Brody's Papers. BTE 200 match between Matt and Nick Jackson, or you better fucking sell for Sue.
Yeah, I'm going with you better fucking sell for Sue. It's honestly, it's one of my favorite moments, and anytime I'm feeling crappy, I can go back and watch that part, and I can always laugh and smile about it. It was too damn good.
Oh man, which was also another segment of throwing papers.
Yeah.
Another honorable mention. Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Another classic staple in the marquees. The best thing going in wrestling today. Past winners, Broken Matt Hardy. Being the Elite, the Bullet Club. This year, your nominees are Talkin' Shopomania, Being the Elite, Wrestle House, or John Silver.
I gotta go John Silver.
Yeah! John Silver, a 2-time marquee winner. Or 3 if you count selling for Sue. Another new category, all brands combined. Let's try to predict the next Brock Lesnar. Who is the next big thing in wrestling? Your nominees are Bronson Reed, Bianca Belair, Keith Lee, and Wardlow.
Hold on. Give me them one more time.
Bronson Reed, Bianca Belair, Keith Lee, and Wardlow.
I think it's Wardlow.
I agree. The next big thing in wrestling award. NXT.
I think the other names have already been around long enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Wardlow's truly like the next big thing. Like I really do.
We are heading down the home stretch. Match of the year and wrestler of the year coming up here. NXT match of the year. Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic for the North American title at Portland. Kyle O'Reilly, Finn Balor for the NXT Championship at 31. Men's War Games match. Women's War Games match. I got to go O'Reilly and Balor.
I'm going to go Men's War Games. I didn't like that match as much as everybody else did. I really didn't.
Yeah. I'll concede. I'll go Men's War Games. Yeah. That was a fucking tremendous match.
Yeah.
WWE match of the year. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship at TLC. Sami Zayn, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship at Clash of Champions. Sasha Banks, Bayley at Hell in a Cell for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship at SmackDown on June 12th.
Going Sasha and Bayley.
I agree. That was easy.
How dare we not nominate the greatest wrestling match ever?
WWE didn't even rank it in the top 3.
Idiots.
Which is so fucking laughable. I have my mind made up on this one already, so we'll see if we agree. AEW match of the year.
Oh, I already know mine.
Kenny Omega Pac Iron Man match from Dynamite on February 26th. Young Bucks against Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page at AEW Revolution. Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin at Full Gear. Young Bucks versus FTR at Full Gear.
Who's going first here?
Go ahead.
It's Young Bucks against Omega and Page and
All right.
Revolution.
That was easy.
Yeah.
That was match of the year, period.
I agree.
All brands combined. Impact Wrestling match of the year. Tessa Blanchard, Sami Callihan for the title at Hard to Kill. Eddie Edwards versus Trey Miguel versus Ace Austin versus Rich Swann versus Eric Young for the title at Slammiversary. Eric Young versus Rich Swann at Bound for Glory. Jordan Grace versus Deonna Purrazzo Iron Man match on AXS August 25th.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go Tessa and Sammy.
Mm-hmm. That was a battle. That was a good battle too. Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
I think there's a lot of people out there that might forget how good that was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, we're down to our final categories. They're all Wrestler of the Year. Our only New Japan category. I didn't get to watch much New Japan, so if there's somebody you want to fill in, let me know. But
I haven't gotten to watch a ton of New Japan either. They took off half the year.
I know. So I put John Moxley in there because he's been the United States title holder the whole year. Your other nominees are Tetsuya Naito, Kota Ibushi, and Jay White. I got to go with Naito.
I'm gonna go
Naito for coming double champ.
I'm gonna go with Ibushi.
Well, Ibushi did it in 21.
Yeah, but the journey to get there happened in 2020. Didn't he win the G1 Climax?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going with Ibushi.
Okay.
Bushi.
WWE Women's Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Bayley, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, Asuka. Sasha Banks is my vote.
Yeah, Sasha.
NXT Women's Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, and Shotzi Blackheart. Do you go with the champion that was most of the year or anybody else, Matt?
Give it to me one more time.
Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah, I gotta go Io.
Okay. No argument. AEW Women's Wrestler of the Year, Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb, Big Swole.
It's cheating. It's not even close.
Yep. Impact Women's Wrestler of the Year, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo, Taya Valkyrie, Rosemary. I gotta go Deonna.
It's either Deonna or Grace.
Yeah, I go Deonna.
That's fine. I'm not going to argue that.
NXT Wrestler of the Year, Adam Cole, baby, Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly, Pat McAfee. I like Finn Balor. He came back to get on top, and he's stayed there.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take good old Balor boy.
I had to give a nod to Kyle O'Reilly for the year he's had as a singles guy, though.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not hating.
And Adam, it's kind of weird to me. Undisputed Era as a group had a down year, but like Cole and O'Reilly had pretty good years as singles wrestlers. WWE Wrestler of the Year. Your nominees are Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, The Fiend, Randy Orton. Not The Fiend, Randy Orton. It's a two-man race.
I don't even think it's a two-man race.
Okay.
It's Drew.
Yeah, it's
Drew's
Drew.
Drew's been there all year. Roman missed like half a year.
Okay. I'm not arguing. I'm not going to argue.
Drew literally carried this company on his back.
He did
in 2020.
He did.
It's like, to me, like I can't even begin to try to consider to give it to somebody else.
AEW Wrestler of the Year, Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho. You know who I'm voting for?
It's such good shit.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Mox.
Mm-hmm. Impact Wrestler of the Year, Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, Eric Young, Tessa Blanchard.
Rich Swann.
Overall Wrestler of the Year, Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho.
It's such good shit. It's such good shit.
Fine. We'll give it. I was thinking about Drew, but fine. We'll give it to Mox. Calm down.
Gonna give it to a Raw wrestler? The overall Wrestler of the Year to a Raw wrestler?
I said calm down.
You would give it to a Raw wrestler? Man. So there's the Markies, man.
There it is.
Congrats. Congrats to the winners. I'll let John Silver know he's won 2 awards. He'll be happy.
Oh, I'm sure he's thrilled.
He should be. I mean, there you go. Anything news break on the way while we're doing that? Nope. No breaking news. No boy. Any invasions tomorrow, Matt?
I would count on it, and I will be disappointed if there isn't.
One guy's confirmed for tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see some women. Be funny if Taya showed up.
I would love it.
I know Jordan Grace has been pretty active on Twitter, so that'd be interesting. Who else would you like to see come over?
Carrazzo.
Yeah. Amen.
I wouldn't mind seeing Chris Sabin and James Storm show up.
Mm-hmm. Well, tomorrow's definitely going to be fun. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Lost in the Midcard. Thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcasting apps. Make sure you search for Lost in the Midcard and hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way every Wednesday. And you can also subscribe to us on the YouTube for the video version of the podcast. Links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard. Or you can go to Twitter at LITMC Podcast, where we also share a lot of great tweets from the wrestling world. You can follow myself on the Twitter at JB Huskers. Follow Matt on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. And before we ride off into that sunset, look forward to some Dynamite tomorrow. Matt, what are your final thoughts?
When wrestling is great, it's really great.
Oh, these guys were on Impact tonight. Those guys. They were sitting at ringside tonight. You believe that shit? For Matt Black,
Awesome.
For Matt Black, this is Jeremy Bennett. Thank you for tuning into Lost in the Midcard. We'll catch you next week.